YouTube. This is take two. We tried this the first time. Man-made activities. But anyway, I want to start off by talking about what someone asked me what was in the white cream that I use, which would be this. It is the infamous Tight Hole by Talil Wajid. But real quick before I give you more info on the Tight Hole, it has changed a little bit, and I'm not too much of a fan of that. At this point, it's a little more grainial than I like. So what I've been doing when I get it is I mix it with a lot of water, like a lot of water, because I buy them in this size, and so I pour half of it out, pour it into another jug, and I mix it probably half and half with water, and I also add a good portion of my softening agents that I like to use. So that makes it come out in this creamier form, and which you can see here, it's not grainy or anything. It slides in the hair very easily. It still works, as you know, it's built to work and everything, and it gives the same results. I just can't have my clients having those little white pieces in their hair after they come from the dryer. It's not decor or anything. That doesn't look good. So I use that. I make sure that I have decent tools and decent products and decent things like that. Also, I stated before, I want to state again, when using bands, make sure that you have a decent band. Like, I got this from someone, and I don't know how she used it, but it worked to her advantage. But when I use them, or when to my experience, like, you can only go so far with dreadlocking. You're not losing any hair at all, so you're going to be pretty much having big ponytails. So this pretty much doesn't work. The ones that are stretched out to be this big, you can stretch them out that wide. After a while, they don't work. You're going to be stretching and twisting and just making a whole bunch of these, and that's going to cause too tight of a ponytail. You're going to start losing those edges and all the way around the front because you're looking for just that flush, flat ponytail. After a while, it's not going to work. To be quite honest, now what I do and see works for you is the wider, more secure ones. You can wrap this around the head one time, and I guarantee you that you will have a decent pullback for those that like to work out, and those things that you have just like a minimal sweater, you just have a bunch of oils that come across the forehead, then these work for you. But if you are a heavy sweater, you want to get in there and do some heavy cardio, I would suggest a band of the sort of this sort, in which you would just wrap it around the forehead, go around. I always say just tie up those edges. The middle part pretty much save itself because it has all the other hairs pretty much holding it into place. It is the outer edges that pretty much will give you more of the issue. So make sure that you tie it up tightly with that. Also leave it on after you work out if you're still heavy, still for the moisture, so that when you take the shower or when you changing the shirts and different things of the sort, that you don't mess it up even more. I found that a lot of people are having that issue when they are working out and everything else. Another thing, seeing that some of my peers, not clients, co-workers and different things, be product heavy. I mean, I'm not product heavy, too heavy. I've seen that some of my co-workers, they don't have combs, they don't have clips and stuff. They don't have ponytail holders. They don't. Even if you use gel, have what you need in your station. If you see that you're running out or whatever, then okay, it's cool. Say, hey girl, can I get a scoop of that such and such so I can get what I need? And you go to the store and get your stuff, but you don't go take nobody's like whole everything. You don't just take the whole bottle, or you don't take the whole damn cone and never bring it back. That don't work. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. So I'm not saying that to like step on any toes or anything, but I've seen some stylists ramble, like rambling for your stuff. But if you rambling, it ain't there, or you had to look for it. That's not cool. Have your station set up to where you can work sufficiently. You know what I'm saying? Have your stuff to where you know what works for what. Like this comb, I know if I got somebody with some hair on their head I need to get through, bam, I got a wide tube. I can flip it over, have a tighter tube for that finer hair. I have every level of what I need, and I know what works for me, so I can go right at it, grab it, get my job done, and get you out of here instead of having you sit around all day because of my incomplete nature to my job. Not to be negative or anything to anyone. That's just real talk. That's one thing that I see that a lot of schools, different things are not teaching. Have your products, have your tools, have your station set up. This is not just to make money. This is just integrity. That makes sense. To come to work and have your stuff. This is your business. This represents you. Prove yourself in a quality manner. That's the best way I can put it at this point in time. Those of you that are having dreadlock end issues, some of you will because of the texture of your hair. Some hair is pretty much like especially if you were braiding, or you were flat ironing, or you came to locking from a relaxer. Those ends are definitely going to be extremely different, especially from relaxer. It takes at least up to 60 days for you to start seeing, that natural curl pattern come out on its own. If you want, you can lock it up, straight off the top. Any hair is going to lock because it's just a matting format. But to keep that full, healthy, and to have that look that, Standard of Life has brought us to like at this point in time, you're going to have to give it some time. Time and patience is one big key factor in this process and understanding what you're doing. Yes, I can say, okay, I'm going to put some stuff in there, make this hair hold, and then as soon as it start doing something, then I'm going to start twisting on it. Yeah, you can do that, it works differently for everybody, but I read on the internet somebody had a Craigslist post and she had 7 different stages, and her last stage was weakening ends. If that's a stage in your dreadlocks, then hey, that works. But that is not, it don't have to be. You don't have to have a split end. You don't have to have a lock that doesn't work. I'm sitting here playing with this lock, wrapping it all around my finger, and it still hasn't broke or anything. That's protein. That's decency. That is, what products are made for, to do stuff like this and not have any issues. So find out what you're working with and stop just seeing something that's convenient and on sale and saying, give me 3 bottles. No. You want quality. Sometimes you may have to pay for it, but it's an investment to yourself, your body, and the nature of who you are. And that's just being real. Another thing someone wanted to talk about, let me see, quickly. What did that girl ask me? I so forgot just that quick. But henna. My issue, henna, yes she did. Yes, you did. Henna, I like henna. I think henna is actually better for those at-homers than actual color. You're not really paying attention to the method of how to put them on. You don't understand that even in locking, you can't just throw it on there. That color takes faster with heat. The ones that come in the boxes and all of those, yes, put the gloves on, smash it in, and take it out. No, it works quicker with heat. So depending on where you put it on first, how fast you put it on, what's your end result. This side may get more color than this side. The middle may get more color than the back. And always, if you put it on your roots first, that will always process quicker than the ends. Always. And always be mindful that in dreadlocking, the hair at the bottom of the dread is dead. So that hair is going to take a longer period of time, even may longer than the box say, to lock at that point. To color at that point. So put it on the ends first, but use henna at home. Put it on the ends first. Use henna. That will color your hair better. It will be easier. It can be a little messy, but it will work better. It doesn't have as many hardening products in it, and it will kind of coat the hair versus take away from the enamel bond, which some of the boxes can do. So I would use that. Make sure you watch your skin. It will get on that skin and you will be stuck. You will look like you had a Kool-Aid smile around your edges of your whole head. So make sure you try that. Anyone in the room have any add-ins, advice, or anything? Feel like I missed? No? Well, that's pretty. What's up?
If you put base on the edges, the color won't stain.
That too, but them at home, petroleum jelly. You can try Vaseline. Yeah, I heard that will work. But a lot of plastic caps, a lot of people are using. I would use those in the shower, but I would make sure to take those off very quickly. What's going on?
Huh?
What?
I just feel like people shouldn't do stuff at home, period.
Well, true. You really shouldn't do it at home. But and what I've realized, and especially in natural hair, you have so many people that they just don't go to shops. Like I had a guy that came in here, he had never been to a salon. He had been like, how long was he alive? 20 years. 20 years.